Through 8 films, including the first 4 with Sigourney Weaver, 2 prequels, and 2 crossovers, the Alien franchise has sought to find audiences of its famous Xenomorphs, and the results have admittedly been a mixed bag. With Alien Romulus, director-co-writer Fede Alvarez has decided to harken back to both Ridley Scott and James Cameron's first entries in the series, with it being set between those 2 movies. The result is an entertaining ride for the most part, with Alvarez latching on to certain aspects of the Xenomorph. Not every creative decision lands, but the film is nonetheless a noble attempt to create a claustrophobic experience with those monstrous aliens. What immediately stands out about Alien Romulus is the setting, which retains the 70s look of the first film. There is something appealing about franchises like this and Star Wars being required to keep that aesthetic from the time the original movies were made, when we're taken back to that period in the story. The production design as a whole is well done, whether it's the mining colony the main characters live in, or the space station they find themselves in that has become infested with these alien creatures. The main human element comes from Cailee Spaeny's Rain, and her friendship with an android named Andy, and there is an investment in these two. Rain is a likable lead, well played by Spaeny, who's really proven herself a rising actress of her recent roles. She manages to hold a lot of the film as she deals with these alien creatures suddenly trying to kill her shipmates. Where they take Andy is also interesting, playing into the fact that he's an android who can be modified for certain tasks. The rest of the characters all fit into specific archetypes and are mostly there to be killed off, but that's a standard part of these kinds of horror movies. The film mostly kicks into high gear when they come across the Xenomorphs. Most films in the series take them quickly from facehugger to fully grown alien, but Alvarez allows them to stay in their initial state for longer than usual. This inspires some creative scenes that take advantage of their creepy crawly nature as they chase after and latch onto the characters. The larger adult aliens continue to leave an impression too. There are times, though, when Alien Romulus relies a little too heavily on callbacks. There's one repeated line that is especially unearned, is completely forced, and did not need to be said. The third act also overextends things, and what was initially a solidly paced film begins to stretch things out a tad. Some choices are made that, while obviously intended to be impressive, come across as silly and baffling in their execution. Alien Romulus does present a fine enough addition to the franchise and feels somewhat in line with some of Fede Alvarez's other work. There are especially elements of Don't Breathe, with its young cast stuck in this enclosed location, and their number of gruesome moments so the characters are picked off by the creatures. The movie could have had a bit more of its own identity, though, with it occasionally feeling like a mashup of what Scott and Cameron did before. Nonetheless, the film manages to succeed on the horror front as the characters deal with these frequent obstacles, and the ship keeps getting overrun by the aliens.